Hello everybody, this is Southern Hellenic. I'm back with another video. So I've been having a tiny little bitty problem with my order. Okay, so this is what's been going on. I ordered, we're not talking about the Greek statues. Those have actually have left Greece and they're on a plane over here. So I ordered a Persephone statue, and I'm discovering, lo and behold, that she's having some problems. She's been held up in customs, and now I gotta call FedEx up and find out what in the world is going on in customs with my Persephone. So hopefully they'll have the answer to my question. So I'm off tomorrow, which is great. So before I do my live ritual for Democratica, I really have to get this done with my Persephone. So I'm hoping that she'll be released and she'll arrive in time for the second Saturday next month, and that of course is libations to Demeter and Persephone. And yeah, so I'm hoping that will happen. Another thing, I had two books coming in. One of them came in today. It was coming yesterday, but it came in today. I'm really happy at least I got that book. But it was the one that got bashed on big time. It was about Hellenic polytheism today. And because of who wrote it, without even waiting for the book to come out, someone bashed it and said, you know, basically that don't buy the book, it's not worth your money and all this other nonsense. And I actually did buy the book on Kindle, and it actually is a really great book. I actually still have the book on Kindle. I just have to download it. It's kind of like you buy the book and it's not available till you press the little picture and it downloads. So if I can't get that book physical, I'll at least have the digital copy. So that's something. Okay, so I'm a big fan of the Percy Jackson series. I really love the series. You know, with me, I can ignore the author of a book and just enjoy the book, because books are meant to be an escapism from reality. And I'm not going the whole thing with J.K. Rowling or anything like that. I just want to let people know I don't agree with her views about transgender women, but I'm not going into that. I'm trying to avoid my channel of politics. So anyways, I really love how he brings the Greek gods into the modern world, and the monsters and Percy Jackson's friends are just great characters. They're very well done, very well written, everything. So a couple months back, I bought the Heroes of Olympus. Now, I originally had the first book. Not the Heroes of Olympus, sorry, the Trials of Apollo. I originally had it in hardback. I bought it in paperback, and also bought book 2 in paperback. So I went to a store called Myers, and I had never been inside Myers at all. And if you guys want to know what Myers is a it's kind of like Walmart, except without the without the family building the underground bunker and all that stuff, because of 2012, which seems so weird. It's just like nearly like 7 years ago they were talking about 2012, and it was just bizarre. So I went into Myers, and my brother told me they had books. And I'm like, okay, great. I'll go and see what kind of books they have and what kind of magazines they have. If it's anything like a Walmart, they'll have magazines. Or if it's like a Walgreens, they'll have magazines. They had a lot of magazines. They had, I think at least like 40 different titles of magazines. And one of the magazines I picked up, now I want to make this very clear. If you're into learning about what archaeologists have discovered about different types of civilizations, Archaeology Magazine. This is the newest edition. This is the headline is The Rise of the Nubian Pharaohs. What's interesting is it's, let's see here, The Viking in the Basement, which is interesting. I should have to read that. I did not read The Viking in the Basement. How a Celtic stronghold resisted Rome, talking about Boudica. But, yeah, so, yeah, I'm really happy. I didn't have to subscribe to get it. I just walked into Myers and got it. But this one is the September-October edition, and I will probably be going back there for another edition, probably towards the end of November. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I may go back there. I'll probably check this section again towards like the middle part of November, and because you don't know when the delivery people show up. So yeah. All right. So that was what I bought over there as far as magazines are concerned. So I told you guys I have the first and second book of the Trials of Apollo. This is the third book. This is the Bernie Mays, and it's real thick. And it was $7.49, so I got that. They do have the fourth book that's in hardcover. That's supposed to be coming out in paperback pretty soon, because generally, if you're talking about books, they generally wait a year after they're in hardback before they go into paperback. So I may just wait until it's in paperback to get it, but I may not. Rick Riordan's Percy Jackson Greek Gods. This is a retelling of the ancient Greek myths, kind of with Percy's own words. I'm currently in the Hades Does Home Improvement, talking basically, in all seriousness, basically when Hades gained control of the underworld. You got to remember him, Zeus, and Poseidon went and had drawn lots to determine who would get control of what. And when Hades gained control of the underworld, he had to do some serious basically renovations, because the underworld, which is older than Hades, there was problems. And basically, in Rick Riordan's world, the dead actually, basically, before you died, you went before a panel of 3 judges who were mortal, and you could bribe your way into the Isle of Bliss, or if you didn't have a shit ton of money, you would go someplace you weren't supposed to go. So Hades basically, like in the story, Hades went up to Zeus and basically like, hey, yo, this is what I want to do with the underworld, because guess what? The underworld's a pile of shit right now, and I need to clean it up. So in vulgar terms, and then of course, he went back down there and he cleaned it up. So he established the system that the ancient Greeks believed happened after you died. So I've had this book. I got this book yesterday, and I have this much left. So it's really good. It's really good. He does sort of explain how to pronounce some of the words, and he also does Riordan also make sure that you understand the history of the underworld and other places. And you can tell that he did a lot of research about ancient Greek mythology and how ancient Greeks viewed things. So that definitely is a plus for the book. But overall I'm really enjoying the book, and I will be doing book reviews for all the Trials of Apollo books. I know this is a Helena Paul Theist channel, but I like to have some fun and not be go, well, this is what, blah, blah. I don't do that. I do like to spice it up and have some fun, which is, religion should be fun, personally. That's my own personal opinion. Religion should be fun. You should enjoy being a part of that religion. So this is a book that came out. It was actually available on Scribd, and I read probably the first chapter, and I really liked how he wrote, and I like his credentials. So that is important for me, is your credentials and everything. So this is the Oracle of Apollo, Practical Ancient Greek Divination for Today, by John Opsopoulos, PhD. And I'll read his, it says here, John Opsopoulos, PhD, has published articles in over 30 magical neo-pagan magazines. He frequently represents workshops on Hellenic magic, neo-paganism. You know those people that did like the numbers with the sounds? I can't pronounce it. Divination and related topics. He's a university professor with more than 40 years of experience in reading ancient Greek and Latin. John lives in Tennessee. It can be found online at www.ofcoursehislastname.com. Okay, so what's been going on with Llewellyn? And this is very different. They'll continue to publish books from pagan authors that they have a long relationship with. But if you're a new author, your work better have some bite to it. That is what one person said, was basically, there was in a podcast, and they explained that Llewellyn is now becoming the publisher where if you're a new author and you haven't been with them since the founder, that your work better have bite and it better have sound academic foundation. I'm guessing they're getting sick and tired of being the laughing stock of the entire publishing world. But it's a really nice cover. I really enjoy it. Very nice cover. It says here, throughout history, divination has been an important tool in seeking guidance from the gods. Fortunately, several classic divination systems are available to us again today. The Oracle of Apollo shows us how to use rediscovered divination systems, the Alphabet Oracle, and the system that uses the ancient Greek alphabet, and the Council of the Seven Sages, a series of 147 short oracular statements that were described on the tablets at Delphi. Basically, at the Oracle of Delphi, there is these words that are carved on the wall, and these are the words that are attributed to or connected to the god Apollo, like know thyself, honor the gods. This book shares divination techniques and rituals, including the use of alphabet stones, dice, staves, beads, and coins, and interpretation of the outcome to help you integrate the wisdom of the gods and goddesses. These oracles were originally designed thousands of years ago to provide insight into practical matters and deep issues, and they can be used again today. Okay. So I saw this book, I read a chapter of it, liked it, decided to go and buy it. I'm basically just absorbing anything that's Greek. Because I want to learn. He does put a lot of history of these different sites into the book. It's here. It says then she talks about the yeah. So. Let's see here. The origins of the Alphabet Oracle, they tell where it came from. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a nice thick book. Um, yeah, nice thick book. So definitely looking forward to reading it. But as I said, I'm just like absorbing a lot of what authors have written about the ancient Greeks. Definitely, divination was a huge part of their lives. They had a lot of oracles dedicated to different. They had oracle for Demeter, but I'm really looking forward to reading it fully, learning it. The one with the dominoes is probably really confusing because I kind of be like, I don't really understand that. But he actually has the easiest one first, all the way to the hardest one last. I think I'll stick to the easiest one because my brain is just not here right now. But anyways, okay, so tomorrow after I get done with my conversation with FedEx over my Persephone statue, I will be doing the live Democratica ritual. I got off at 4, but I'm so exhausted and drained from today. Today was Monday. Today was supposed to be an easy day. We were flooded with customers. So it turned from being easy to literally I wanted somebody to rip my arms off. I'm so exhausted from all that shaking and everything. I'm just like, oh man. And then of course what didn't help matters was I really didn't eat much today. My brother had to hurry up and heat some pizza rolls for me so I have something in my stomach. But yeah. So starting tomorrow is supposed to be the period of time in which my statues will be arriving. They are like, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'll mention it now. It's probably on the plane right now, flying to the States. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting them. I have not yet had a bad thing with FedEx. But what they do over here, and if I've mentioned this before, I'm sorry for repeating myself, but like FedEx and UPS, they will go to the office and they will drop it off at the office, and then the office will call my brother up and my brother will go over there and pick up the package. He knows it's fragile, so he's going to be really careful with it. So I'm really happy that he cares enough about my packages. Also, the fact is that he got a package and it was destroyed. So that's another reason. But before I go, I want to show you some of these pictures. So, yeah. Demeter. And this is Hades, god of the underworld, who fell in love with Persephone, and then Poseidon, god of the horses, god of oceans, and creator of horses. Isn't that beautiful? These are beautiful illustrations. And then is Zeus, king of the gods. Athena, god of wisdom, sparring with nymph Palalis. And that's Ares, god of war, confronting Hephaestus, the blacksmith god. Apollo, the archer god. And Dionysus, god of wine, and his satyr friend Pelos. So, yes, so beautiful, beautiful. It's artwork by John Rocco. All right. All right. So, Alright, it says here, on the back of it says here, in Percy Jackson Greek gods, the son of Poseidon aids his own magic and sarcastic asides to the classics and gives readers his personal take on a who's who of the ancients, from Apollo to Zeus. If you like lots of lying, stealing, backstabbing, and cannibalism, then read on, because it definitely was a golden age for all that. Whether you're new to Greek mythology or well-versed in it, this highly entertaining volume will make the ancient stories both relevant and impossible to forget. So, but yeah, so that's all I got to show you for today. I'm hoping tomorrow my statues will arrive. If not, at least I'm off tomorrow, and I'm off on the 3rd. The 3rd happens to be the last day that it can show up. So, with hopefully I'll be able to do it, and then I will take the first statue, which will be Demeter, especially if Persephone has not shown up yet, and I will actually say, hey, you know, what color should I paint her hair? What color should I do this, do that? So I look forward to doing those videos. Those will be a series of probably about up to 15 videos, because I'll be buying plenty of statues to color. And you know, the reason I'm doing that is because historically they were painted. So I look forward to doing that and seeing how that turns out. So until next time, may be happy, healthy, and most importantly, be safe. Bye.